Am I the a-hole? For making my wife return the $900 necklace she bought for herself using my money? Am I the a-hole for refusing to help save my mother's house that my dad and stepmom kicked me out of? Am I the a-hole for putting my daughter's name on the deed of the house I inherited from my father?
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
Am I the a-hole? For making my wife return the $900 necklace she bought for herself using my money? My male 34 wife's female 30 birthday was a couple of weeks ago. She was very honest and vocal about what she wanted, and it was SL buckled bracelet. I bought it for her and it cost me $300 using my own account. We do not purchase each other gifts using the joint account. Since money is tight, this gift broke my back, but still I wanted her to feel appreciated at her birthday. I gave her the bracelet and she was thrilled. Said she admired it and put it on right away. Later that night, and after the birthday celebration was over, I found out that my wife purchased a $900 necklace using my account. I asked why she bought herself a gift knowing I already purchased her a gift, and asked why she used my money. She nervously said she wasn't sure that I was going to get her anything for her birthday, and so she planned ahead and bought the necklace. She said that she used my money because, obviously, the gift is supposed to come from me. I was puzzled as she explained her reasons. I was mad. $900 was a lot to spend on a gift. Besides, I already bought her a gift, so this was unnecessary spending process. I told her since I did bring her the gift she wanted, then she needed to return the alternative gift she bought for herself. She refused and argued that I was being heartless and selfish to make her return her birthday gift. I insisted and told her I'd do it myself if she kept refusing. She said she will just return the $300 gift, but I said no, not the $300 gift that I agreed to pay for, and she should return the $900 gift I never agreed to let her have. She returned it after I pressured her and kept sulking, saying I'm a controlling jerk with no regard for her feelings on her birthday. She got her sister involved, and she ended up calling me an abusive asshole for making money a priority over my wife's happiness. It's been 2 weeks and she's still cold shouldering me.
Am I the a-hole for putting my daughter's name on the deed of the house I inherited from my father? I'm a mother of a 16-year-old daughter who was born with multiple disabilities. We've always struggled with money to afford medical care and other expenses. Things got better after I inherited my father's house. I no longer pay rent. For now, only my name is on the deed. The mortgage had been paid off while my father owned the house. My daughter lives with me at home and receives disability benefits. My boyfriend has been living with us for 2.5 years now, and we've had conversations about the future of my daughter. He told me that in case I pass on before him, we both have chronic conditions, then my daughter will be better off living in a nursing home because he won't be eligible to take care of her. He said I shouldn't feel hurt. He said this and should understand that it's better that he was honest and upfront with me so I could start planning for my daughter's future. I thought about what he said a lot and got very concerned for my daughter's future as someone who can function but still needs assistance because her disability is expected to get worse in the future. I come to realize that I needed to ensure she at least have something to fall back on in case she needed to pay for assistance or afford medical devices. I had a conversation with my boyfriend this morning about my decision to put my daughter's name on the deed of the house once she's 18. He was confused. He asked why, and I explained I want her to have a secure future and the house use all I have to give her. He said I was wrong because I seemed to forget that he, as my partner, gets to share making this kind of decision and have the house as shared asset when we're married. I said even if we get married, the house was inherited and owned before marriage, so it's not and won't be shared asset. He clearly didn't expect that and argued that the logical thing for me to do is to add his name to the deed, not my daughter, and that he never seen anyone do that with total disregard for their partners. He said I should add him to the deed if I won't reconsider adding my daughter. I asked why I should add him, and he said as my husband, but still said he's not sure about getting married or when. Again, I explained that even if we get married, I won't share this house with him because I owned it before marriage. He got so upset, calling me petty because I made this decision after he stated that he won't be able to care for my daughter and will put her in nursing home. I said that's not true, but he got up and walked out and still hasn't returned home nor answered my calls yet. Am I the a-hole for refusing to help save my mother's house that my dad and stepmom kicked me out of? My dad, stepmom, stepbrother and I were living in the house my mother originally owned. I moved out after my stepbrother took the box that had all of his mother's jewelry out of his mother closet and concealed it inside my closet. I had no idea about it till my stepmom walked into my room and asked me one more time if I still insisted on not letting my stepbrother share the car my dad gave me. I said no and she said okay then casually walked to my closet, opened it, pulled out her jewelry box and started yelling. I freaked out asking what was going. Dad came into the room and she started crying claiming I stole her entire jewelry box and was planning to sell it. I was stunned. I swore on my deceased mother I didn't steal anything, yet my dad didn't believe me. My stepmom demanded I get out of the house and I had to leave cause of the pressure. My stepbrother admitted putting the box inside my closet and bragged about it. I lived with my uncle for 7 years. I missed my room, backyard and my mother's memories in that house. My stepbrother took over everything. My dad didn't attempt to connect for years and kept calling me thief until recently when I visited my uncle's and he happened to be there. He looked thin and exhausted. He said he found out my stepmom set me up and apologized for not believing me then. He said he forgave her and hoped I'd forgive him cause he won't forgive himself if I don't. He then talked about having debts and needing money to pay off debts or he'd lose the house and asked to borrow money from me. I got quiet then I asked why can't they sell the jewelry they accused me of stealing? The car he took back? Heck, where's my stepbrother when they need him? My dad shook his head and asked if my mom would want for me to see him homeless with no help or worse see the house she built and her memories there go to waste. I said won't pay after they kicked me out of my mother's house because stepmom didn't want me there. You must be wondering where my stepbrother is now. He's dead. He moved to another town, became a police officer for 4 years, conned widowed women out of their money and houses, robbed them blind and took possession of their legal documents and falsified them to his own benefits. He passed away suddenly at the age of 33, so he didn't enjoy his ill-gotten gains for long. My dad and uncle agreed that by paying I'm saving my mother's house, but it's no longer her house after my stepmom turned it into a shrine for her son who she calls a hero and used my room as storage for his things. When I walked in for the first time after years I felt nothing. The connection is no longer there. I still refused to pay and we had an argument, then I left. My uncle's saying I'm making a mistake by thinking irrationally and in spiteful manner and should consider that my dad and stepmom are helpless, sick, grieving and need help. Am I the a-hole?